Streaming. We are live. Gonna go ahead and pop out this chat. Bring it on over. All right, we are now live streaming. All right, here we go. Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay. So thank you so much for stopping in, my guy. Cole.E, thank you. Because now I can actually report you. So thank you. Profile, photo, nickname, username, submits. Thank you for reporting, as well as I'm going to block you. So thank you so much for showing yourself to me. So now you're blocked, thank you. So the amount of money that you spent on your followers is now gone. So, all right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into today's watch list. I'm gonna turn off this heater because I know we're in August, but it's still cold. All right. First up, we have NBRV. NBRV. Yesterday we were trading this, had a stock split 25-1. So right now we are kind of just letting it sit. I mean, this is a pretty good range, low key. If we actually kind of take it into account, we can see that these are actually 10% swings from even from the low to the high. That was a 20% drop. So NBRV is still moving. Good morning, Joey. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So NBRV, although it doesn't seem like it's moving, it is moving. I mean, we do have some good swings, so I am going to be watching NBRV for the possible continues. Why is my TV on? I'm not too sure. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you guys can hear it, I can turn it off, but let me know. In NBRV, nothing really, just a stock split, so moving off there. I definitely think we could see some action, but we have to really see some volume step into NBRV before we actually look to take it. We also have AMPX. AMPX yesterday IPO'd after almost 14 years. Had the first day yesterday, gave a lot back, make a new high in pre-market. So this looks like the new high, but it's not the new high. So where can we go over $33? Go and bring over our daily chart. We have room up to 38.90, and then eventually even to 42.20, and then possibly $50, and then 55 for our targets for AMPX. Now, with AMPX, it is choppy. I would like to see some volume. Yesterday, we saw a massive move up to 26 and gave everything back. So we might be able to see the same thing here with AMPX. We just have to be careful and not want to be caught in the downside. So that is what we are watching on AMPX. Not really too sure. Good morning, Mr. G. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We have AAOA. Josh was actually shorting this. I don't know if he closed it or not. He did close it for a nice $381 profit. So that's a way to go, Josh. Nice one and done trade. Absolutely killing it. AAOA was gapping up in after hours and then just gave a lot back. So we might be able to see a downtrend break here. I'm not a huge fan of it. This is a lot. I mean, target up to 750 from 5. So now they have a target of 750. Now a lot of the times they take price targets like, oh, the price target is $7, $9, $10. They could say that, and the stock will still just fade and fall for the rest of the day. There's nothing we can really do about that. So what it looks like, applied and launches quantum bandwidth. So I'm not too sure really what that means, but we're going to see if the volume really kind of can take over and kind of switch, and the buying pressure can really just take us back up and break over this trend line to eventually test that 382 area. We have 340 as a resistance area, as well as 320. Break over these areas. Where is our next key support? We have key support at 457, and as well as 522. So those are the targets for AAOA, and what it looks like actually here is we could have a moving average squeeze. Actually, we are well above this. So we had a nice downtrend, nice possible inverse head and shoulders here with a nice break. Increase, very, very high volume on this candle. Very, very high volume on this candle. And it just continues to squeeze. So we got that squeeze. We're really going to see if we can actually continue this momentum. Josh is just going to bid today. In the next week, he may check emails on the members. I'll update in the comment if you can get with him. All right. ADTX public offering. Well, I'm not seeing it on the scanner, so we'll go ahead and check it out after we go through these stocks. We have CLEU. CLEU over 127 has room to fill the gap at 152. We actually look on the daily here, we can see we have a big gap at 152 that we need to fill. Over that area, we also have room to 167 and $2. Remember, we have that 200 SMA at 112. Pardon me, 112. Over that area, I want to see us hold. We did hold that, which is what I like to see. Now let's go ahead and put more emphasis on the most recent price action. Pulling back into this area, possible inverse head and shoulders, but it doesn't look super good just because we are actually like at the top of the trend, I would say. And usually you want to find these reversal patterns at the bottom of the trend. So we also have SONN announces 14-for-1 reverse stock split. So 1 to 14 it looks like. So I think they're going to see a nice move. I don't like that we had a spike. We had a spike here, so I'm really going to sit on my hands with SONN just because of this price action spike, spike, pullback. So that is what we have to watch out for from SONN. Now, what am I looking for with the SPY? Corey said it perfectly earlier today. We'll bounce hard out of the gate, or at least push up. I like to reject off yesterday's low of day. Now, why is he thinking that? If we actually look at the daily here, we can see that we're not even, you can see my line as I'm moving, how it's moving up. We're not even on my little chart. We gap down, we're gapping down like almost 7 points at the moment. Now, if we zoom out here, let's go and go to a higher time frame. Yesterday's low was at 388.77. I do think we could see this thing pull back up. Not really a huge fan of this trend line. What about here? I mean, this could work. Break this trend line. I definitely think we could see room back up to around 388.76 and possibly even up to 390. And that's what I'm going to be looking for from the SPY. I'm going to be looking for an overall day trade just because, my scalping right now is not the best opportunity just because it's nothing crazy. Like, there's nothing hot in the market at the moment. There's nothing ripping. So we just got to play it safe, play it smart, and, go back to the basics, trade the big. It doesn't have to be a big day. If someone trades options usually all the time, they have no problem trading in this kind of market. Unless they scalp options on like equities that have good catalysts to be moving, which I do not do personally just because of the implied volatility. I don't know that much about options. So it's like on those kind of stocks, the implied volatility, it could go in your direction and you could still be down money. So usually I like to trade stocks or trade options with ETFs, with bigger name companies, just because they seem to be a little bit less volatile, and as well, just they move much simpler. So if you guys don't know how to do options, what's actually a great way to do it if you're on TD Ameritrade is have a chart, have 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Let's say you go to the SPY, go to all products. Let's say we're looking for calls. Again, these calls haven't updated yet. So we're going to say just this, and you right click, send to yellow. So now what happens is, since I have times in sales and active trader opened on this as well as level 2, this actual active trader is the options price. And this is the option price chart. So it makes it super easy to go through options, to buy options. Anyone here know how to get a calendar of OTC stocks set to be uplisted on the New York Stock Exchange? I do not know. Placid. So This is how I trade options. I usually look at the chart. I'm able to see, because on the chart, volume price analysis still works, and I've almost found that this one's a little choppy. So I'm not a huge fan of this option in particular. Let's go and see what happens here. It's still choppy. Not a huge fan of it. But what seems to happen is we have some RSI divergence, or not RSI divergence, it'd be theoretical option price divergence. Let me try to find a good option here so I can show it to you guys. Actually, you know what, when the time comes, if we do, I will show you guys, but at the moment we have 1 minute left until market open. We're gonna be sitting on our hands waiting for the best opportunity. I'm gonna be looking for calls from the SPY. If we actually go to trade, sorry, I have to look up calls. What do I want? Again, these are probably gonna drop around $1, maybe even more, up to 38. So these are gonna drop heavily. Delta. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and go with maybe a 384 call, possibly. So I sent it there, now I have it, now we're watching, now we're playing it patient, now we've got a lot of volume there. Nice new low day. I'm looking for options. Again, I'm not gonna be looking for it right out of the gate. I mean, I might miss it right out of the gate, might miss the move, but I do think we have room higher, guys. We are extremely low. We practically bounced off this 381 area. We're very, very low. Look at this. I do think we have room all the way back up, at least to 386, 387. So that's what I'm looking for from the SPY. And we're gonna see if we can get some action out of the gate. We have CLEU looking to rip up out of the gate. Watch for the pop. Watch level 2. The level 2, there's a lot of sellers. Watch them start to get taken out. As these sellers start to get taken out, the market buying pressure is overcoming the limit order wall, and we're seeing here that there's 250 lots, 260 lots. We're pushing them away from that area. Let's see a push back up into there. There's those lots. There's those orders. There he is. There he is. Watch him start to get taken out. And he's nope. Just pushing away. It's hard for that market pressure to push higher. Now we saw that buyer get taken out, or that seller get taken out, and now we're seeing that squeeze. I don't know where the halt level of the upside, for some reason I cannot find it. We have CLEU absolutely tearing out of the gate, which is what I love to see. I love to see some action right out of the gate. So let's see if we can actually look. This thing is moving pretty quick. I really don't want to see it below 127. And there it is. It's falling right back below 127. So be careful. SJ is running. Running to the downside. That's what it is. I like the SPY. I definitely think we could see it break and come up and continue to squeeze. So what are these options priced at? Yeah, they're at 232. So this is 386 calls. Delta's still 50, which is what I really like. Delta's still around 50. Let's see this thing continue to pull back. I mean, it looks like RSI is, we kind of have some RSI divergence. It's kind of flat while the RSI is, well, RSI is flat while the price is making new lows. So very light decreasing volume. Let's see what happens here. It's at 230. Or, wait, why did I say 230? Oh, that's the options price. At NBRV at 485, dumping on off. Oh man, we don't even have our scanners. Wow, I jumped in way too early there. Got a little bit too excited. The spreads burnt me. I'm only gonna buy one since I'm looking for this to be a 3, 4, 5 point. Most likely I'll probably go for 4-point play. I'm holding this over the course of the day. I'm going to be looking for it to just hold this until around yesterday's low at 4. at $4 for this area. I mean, $4 for this options price. We're gonna see what happens and hopefully start to squeeze higher. I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit, possibly jumping in with more as we get this squeeze higher. So I'm in at 245. So that's what I'm looking for. So let's see if we can get that squeeze over VWAP and get that squeeze all the way up to 387. I don't like that we had increasing volume on this doji candle. It's kind of telling me that we might have more room lower, but again, I am confident that this could play out over the next hour or two. So I'm going to play it patiently and just kind of sit on my hands and relax. And once we start to get that confirmation that it actually wants to be bullish and continue to rise and continue to push higher, then I'm going to look for a potential play. Or I'm going to look for a potential scaling. Even though I am holding this through, I do have faith that I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of breathing room. See what the soaker candle does. Yep, I really like what that soaker candle does. I really like that soaker candle. Oh, nope, not as much. Was pulling back, but just didn't get it. Light volume, which is what I like to see. Let's see some volume start to step in on this candle and a nice bounce here. Once we start to see the bounce, we should start to see a bounce around 383. Around 383, we should start to see a bounce. And we are starting to see this bounce. We are starting to see this move. I want to see some volume step in on this doji candle on the 1 minute before we continue to squeeze. Anything else on our watch list? We have AMPX, already watching it. AMPX, not really moving. Guys, if you don't already know, what I like to do is have a full screen for my watch list so I can see everything without scanning through it, which is awesome, and I really love that. So let's see this SPY. This SPY is going to continue to rip and continue to move. It's a price axis, fit studies, fit markers, boom. And we're gonna go this time. We want 3. So I am taking some heat, just a little bit of heat, nothing crazy. Again, I do think we're gonna see this continue to push higher, and I think it definitely could, but I'm giving it some time. I think we could make a new low and then possibly squeeze higher, excuse me. Let's see some volume start to really push us on up. Flip this candle green, flip the candle green. It's a bloodbath. Yes, it is. There's the candle. It's green. Very light volume. But let's see this thing absolutely continue to squeeze. I do like this for the possibility of it squeezing up to 388. Let's see this thing squeeze over VWAP and squeeze up to 386. 385 is the first target. Over 385, we're going to 386. I like this decrease. I like very light volume on this candle, and I want to see a squeeze over VWAP on this candle or the next candle. Depending on how this candle reacts, we have 30 seconds left with it, which I think it very well could go either direction. And at the moment, I'm just kind of sitting on my hands waiting for the best opportunity, giving it some breathing room. I like that candle, kind of getting some volume, starting to push it back up, pushing it back up into this area. Let's see it flip there. Let's see it flip green. There's the next candle. I want to see this candle flip and push over VWAP. And if we can't push over VWAP and stay, I'm not too sure what the play is, but here we're starting to break higher, starting to get some bullish action. Let's see if the buyers can really take us up and squeeze us over that area. I want to see a lot of volume over this area, a lot of volume over VWAP, taking out the people who were buying for the squeeze higher on a minute candle. People probably got stopped out, probably coming down to liquidate them, build liquidity before continuing higher. And this candle's not really doing much, not a lot of volume. I want to see what happens here. I definitely think we could see it squeeze. I definitely think we could see it pull back. We have 10 seconds left on this candle. I would like to see this candle close above. There's above the previous high with increasing volume. That's what I like to see. Let's see this continue and squeeze over VWAP. Let's see. We have not really liking the pullback there. We are now. Let's see it squeeze through VWAP. Squeeze through VWAP here. Not seeing the squeeze. We're starting to see some rejection. Starting to see a little rejection. Getting a rejection off VWAP. Light volume. But let's see this thing push. Let's see this thing push through 384. There's the push. Let's see this thing continue to squeeze. There's the squeeze higher. And there it is. Let's see this thing continue to move. Let's see this thing continue to rip and run. Let's see push. I like that. I like that squeeze. I want to see the SPY continue to push and squeeze above. I like the 15-minute. I like the 10-minute. I think we could absolutely see this thing move a couple points to the upside. Very light volume. Not a huge fan of this. Not a huge fan. A lot of volume selling. A lot of selling volume. We absolutely got killed there, which is fine. I'm still taking some heat. Let's see if we can get a soaker and really see what happens. I mean, not a huge fan. Anything is still possible. And we're just absolutely getting rejected. Very light volume. I want to see if the volume is. I want to make sure that the volume to the downside is not super strong. But it is continuing. I think we very well could see some action here. I mean, we are coming off a downtrend. I think we could see this thing absolutely continue to squeeze, but I want to give it some time. Give it a little bit of patience. No. Most likely going to break. Could we break lower, break higher? Anything's still possible. Can't see if anything's halted. Most likely going to break really low. Not a lot of volume on this move. Not a lot of volume on this move. I want to see us bounce back up towards VWAP. Now we're starting to see some volume come in on this candle. I would like to see a doji candle. We have a couple seconds left, which is fine. I mean, let this kind of play out. Smaller body, but an increasing volume. This could indicate some stopping volume, that there's some buyers in the market. But again, that's not always true. We have the low a day at 383.21. So let's see if this can just wick us out and then pull up. There's the low. And there's the push. There's the liquidation. And let's see this candle flip bullish. Let's see this candle flip bullish. That would be a very good sign. I want to see this candle flip bullish and break over 35. Doesn't look like it. We have 2 seconds left in this candle. It looks like we're going to continue to go lower. Still holding, still holding. Thinking we still have a possibility to break higher. This is an overall, I'm holding this throughout the day, letting it breathe. Just the 15 minutes pretty rough, 10 minutes looks pretty good. Now we're starting to get some bullish action. Let's see this candle continue to have increasing volume, and I want to see it continue to squeeze. Let's see a nice bounce. I want to see a good amount of volume coming in. We have a good volume on the option chart as well. I'm not seeing anything else. I want to see this volume can push us back up. Not a crazy amount of volume. It's been kind of, the volume's been kind of stagnant. I want to see it push back up into VWAP. Let's see this thing push. I mean, might as well. Let's see this thing push. Break over 383. Very light volume on the calls, on people buying calls. So we'll see if it continues. It doesn't. I don't think it will. Yep. But I do believe that we are going to see the SPY at least move up to 386 today. 386 is the target. It's around 2.5 points away. We might see a push lower, and then we're going to look to see what's going to go on. We might see, might see a retest of these lows of these. Let's see if we can get some bullish pressure here. People looking to buy in this dip to see if we're actually going to get this squeeze over VWAP. We had 2 false breakouts here. We had 1 and 2 over VWAP. Let's see if we can make it 3. On the third touch, we should be able to see that squeeze on the SPY. I like that light volume. I would like to see, oh no, holy cow, the SPY is moving quick. What happens when the power goes down? I call my broker and tell them to close my trades if I have any. That's what I like to see. That motion right there, that movement with that kind of volume, it's not a lot of volume, but it is higher than the previous one, on a nice doji candle, off a double bottom, looking for this thing to break the downtrend and absolutely squeeze past VWAP, squeeze out of this downtrend to yesterday's low a day. Looks like we're going to continue to break lower. There's the new low. I might have to cut it here soon. It's okay. Again, I'm just gonna sit on my hands because I do think we're gonna see a move today. I do think we're gonna see that move push us back up a couple points. CLU possibly climbing back up. Not a huge fan. What about AMPX? Ugh. Not a huge fan. Think we could possibly see if we can get a nice push up and hold VWAP in this downtrend, we're gonna see this thing squeeze. There, we're starting to get some volume. Let's see this squeeze over VWAP. Starting to get some volume. Let's see this thing squeeze over 383.72 over this previous high. That's not what I want to see. I do not want to see this candle flip bearish. That would not be good. Wow, wicked everybody out. Yeah, I could also I would just probably take my phone and I could also trade on my phone and I could you know, stop out any trade on my phone. So I think it'd be okay if the power went out. It'd suck. It'd be unfortunate, but. Might have to. I'm giving it some breathing room, but it's not looking super good. SONN is pulling back. CLEU possibly looking to start breaking these lows and heading lower. I like that we're seeing some volume on this candle. Yep, starting to see some volume on calls, which is what I like to see. I think we are going to start breaking the upside here within the next 20 minutes. We should see it start to move. If not, I'm gonna have to start looking to cut this. We should start to see some buyers push us. I want to see some buyers start to push this candle higher, but not seeing any. We have RSI divergence on the 15-minute. So that's telling me that we're going to be, that's going overall with the overall thesis of this, and see that squeeze over these highs. Now we're starting to see increasing volume on a doji candle on the 5-minute. Let's see if this doji candle, okay, it just closed. It's better, I would like it to close as a doji candle and not really take the risk. But let's see if we can get a break above these highs and then see that squeeze. If we do see that squeeze, we'll see that squeeze definitely up to 386. If we do actually see this squeeze, we definitely could see this thing rip to the upside. Taking some heat still. But this is why I chose the size that I did, because I was able to take some heat. Not liking these candles. And we're about to make a new low a day. There's the new low a day. This thing is just continuing to make lows a day. And let's see if we can actually start to get some bullish pressure. It looks like we did off that candle. Let's see if volume is there to confirm it as well. I want to see volume confirm this as well. I do like that snappiness of this, how fast it popped up off that area, but the volume is not there to support it. We still have 30 seconds left in this candle. I want to see volume support this movement. No, we didn't see any volume push the. We're not seeing a lot of movement on the 5-minute, so I'm trading the 5-minute. I'm thinking we could see this thing move and squeeze up the 200 SMA, squeeze up the VWAP. I definitely think we could see it. It's just about a matter of time. Now we now have 3 touches on this downtrend, so I do expect this 4th one, next time we come up and push up into this area, to break. If we don't, I'm going to have to cut. And this thing just wants to continue to go lower and move lower. But let's see if it I want to see some action to the upside. This volume doesn't look super good. Price action doesn't look super good. I definitely think we could see some more room to the upside. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these selling pressure. I definitely might have to cut it soon. And it's just falling. It is just falling. Like, we're not getting any bounce whatsoever. Thought we'd see somewhat of a bounce, but we weren't really. I like this candle. I want to see a lot more volume step in. We have 10 seconds left. Let's see how much volume can step in with 10 seconds left. That's what I like to see. I like to see a good amount of volume. 10 seconds left. That's exactly what I like to see. There's this push. There's the push higher. There's the squeeze higher. Holy cow, what in the world is happening? See it start to get some action. We have 20 seconds left in this candle. I like this volume. I want to see this volume continue and increase and squeeze over VWAP. Oh man, the delta's much lower now. Delta is much lower. I want to see this thing continue to squeeze. Break higher. I know you want to. Break over. Yep, there's the break higher. Not seeing that buying pressure. Let's see it continue off this trend line. We're now above the trend line. I want to see a squeeze over VWAP. If we really don't see, I'm gonna have to cut it if we do not see that squeeze over VWAP. Not seeing any buyers looking to take this higher. Not seeing any buyers looking to take this higher. Okay, let's adjust this trend line just because it turned around at that point. Okay, this looks like a better trend line. Let's see if it can kind of bounce and break this trend line, as well as break the VWAP. That's what I like to see. Let's see this thing start to pick on up. If we get rejected here, I'm gonna have to cut it because we are now above this area. I'm going to cut it if it pulls back, but I like the volume. I think we could start to see this thing move and continue to squeeze higher. We have 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see this candle continue to push higher. That's what I was looking for. Let's see this thing push up to 386. That's the new high. We have some resistance here and some resistance at the 200 SMA. So this is what we got to watch out for. We got to make sure that we break above 384.50. That's the target. Very light volume. I want to see us squeeze and hold VWAP. Good morning, One Tall Cool One. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Want to see this continue. I think we could see the SPY continue to rip and make new highs a day. Delta's 41. We push right back into this area. All right, that's what I like to see. Might get rejected off the 200 SMA here. We did not break over the previous high. Let's see us hold VWAP and then break through that 200 SMA and the high a day. And then we are going to see this thing absolutely go on a tear. Give me 1 second. I'm going to use the restroom. All right, we expected a little pullback, which is normal. I'm seeing the 200 SMA at 425. What are you looking at? I'm in calls at the moment. Right now on the daily, it's a little choppy. I'll go ahead and bring over my bigger one. We gap down. I'm looking for a bounce and squeeze up to these areas. Again, ideally, we're going to squeeze all the way back up to fill the gap. But again, that's hoping. That is hoping. So right now, I'm not looking for I'm not looking for that really killer trade. Like, yes, it'd be nice if I found that killer trade, but right now I'm just looking for some, not necessarily scalping, but necessarily overall day trades. You know, I'm not much of a day trader myself. I mean, I am a day trader, but I like to scalp equities, not options. So this is new to me. New holding contract, not super new, but which we expected a pullback coming into VWAP. We should start to see some buying pressure. Very light volume on this candle. I want to see it start to hold. It's not looking like it wants to hold. That might have just been a big fuck you to everybody who's trading. Think it may be a big cup and handle. I would like to stay above 383 though. I would like to stay above 383 if we're looking for the cup and handle. 383. Let's see it hold over VWAP again. I want this to be just a false move to the downside. From what I want and what's going to happen, no idea. So I might just have to cut it. If we don't start to get that squeeze, we got that first squeeze, we have that pullback. Now let's see if this can continue. The 5 minute doesn't look beautiful. There's over this high, we're back above VWAP. Let's see if we can hold it. We've 13 seconds. We're not looking like we're gonna hold it though. We're looking like we're gonna continue lower, but we continue higher, we push higher. That's what I like to see. That's a very good sign. Very, very, very good sign. I'm glad I didn't cut it here. Let's see the break over 384.27. Over the 384.27, we could see this thing continue to move. That's what I like to see. Let's see this thing continue to squeeze up to 386. That's what I'm looking for. Not liking that squeeze. I am liking the squeeze, but I'm not liking the rejection. Again, this is the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, and the 50 SMA on the 5 minute. So let's see what happens. We've 2 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Ideally, I want to see this close above 383.72. But let's see this thing absolutely squeeze and continue to the upside. I mean, the high of day, we're close to the high of day. Over the high of day of 384.64, 384.68. And we're at a new high day. We're seeing this thing absolutely squeeze and seeing this thing absolutely moon. That's what I really like to see. I want to see this thing continue to squeeze. I like that squeeze. That's what I was looking for. Been a couple minutes since we've seen flat. Yes. Oh, I can have my position up right here. Perfect. I can see it. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So, Let's see the SPY continue to push higher to the day. We are going to have a somewhat of a pullback, but I do think we still have room up to 386. On the 5-minute and 15-minute, we are above this trend line. It's not a super good trend line, so I'm going to delete it. This trend line as well, we're kind of done with it. So let's see what we're going to do. I mean, possibly bouncing off the high of day, or the previous high of day. Ideally, we're going to stay above 384.50, ideally. And then see that squeeze up at 386, and then potentially even 388 to see that low of day. I'm actually going to move this down to 388.37. I'll do 50 actually, 388.50, which is what I like to see. Now we're seeing this decreasing volume. I want to see that start to get another bounce higher up to 386. 386 is going to be a very good target for us. I'm looking for that thing. I'm looking for the SPY to continue to push over 386. We could see some resistance, or at 386 we could see some resistance as the 200 SMA is at that price. Again, I've been in this trade for almost an hour now, so let's see if we can make this count. Let's see if this can start to get some action. I want to see a soft bounce here on the 200 on the 1 minute, and then continue to see this squeeze, possibly even up to 388. That would be a good target. 387 is another great target, but I think our final target, target's gonna be 388. Just play it safe, play it careful. We have 7 people watching. What's up? What's up? Now we're starting to see this bullish action on this candle. Let's see if they're strong enough. Let's see if the buyers are strong enough. 5-minute looks pretty good. So I'm not too sure really what's going on here. If the buyers or sellers, I want to just kind of sit on my hands, wait for the best opportunity, and see if we can get that squeeze over 384.49. I do like that 5-minute. The volume is looking pretty good off the 200 SMA. Let's really see if we can get that squeeze over 385. There's over 385. Let's see if we can get this momentum over 385.30. Let's see it make a new high of day over 389.30. If we start to get rejected here, I'm just most likely going to sell and take my profits. It's not breaking higher. It looks like it wants to break it. Looks like it wants to. We're not seeing anybody slam it back down, which is what I like to see. I want to see this thing start to move now. We are starting to get some volume's not looking great on it. The 5-minute still looks very good. Now we're starting to see that thing slam on down. Let's see if we can get that squeeze higher into it. I mean, the 5-minute candle still has 2 minutes left, so we definitely could see this thing absolutely move. Yeah, so I'm definitely not looking to see the SPY push all the way back up to the 200 SMA, not at least for this trade, just because it's way too far. We got to start seeing that. We have 2 minutes left. I want to see this. I want to see the 5-minute candle stay in indecision candle, and then I want to see that squeeze over 386 or to 386. Let's see that squeeze to $3, and I'm going to look to just take my profits and run. We might see another pullback, which is fine. Definitely, it's needed. It's useful. Let's go ahead and shift over to the 3-minute. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, the 3 minute looks even bullish, more bullish. We see decreasing volume. I want to see that squeeze up to 386, which is around $1.40 away. And then I think that'll just be my one and done trade. AAOA starting to get some action, as well as CLEU. CLEU is now starting to break VWAP. We could possibly see this break up to the high of day again, which I don't think it will. Now we're getting rejected off of it. We'll see what happens over the next 20-30 seconds. With the SPY, what's the SPY doing? Pulling back, but I do like to see this decreasing volume, which is normal. I do think we could see this thing absolutely continue to push higher, but I want to be a little bit more patient with it. We should start to see a bounce here, another retest of this area. How am I back down at break even? What? Let's see those buyers really start to step on in. We did not. The 5 minute has a good amount of volume to the downside. Let's see if we can get a bounce. Within the next 5 or so candles, we're really going to figure out whether we're going to be able to hold this or not. Let's see if we can get that squeeze over this high, which is what I would like to see. That's the squeeze. There's the squeeze. Let's see this thing continue. I like that 5 minute. I want to see some more volume really step in on this play. Not liking the very light volume. I like that push higher, but it wasn't super strong. Let's see if this can continue. Not really seeing it continue. But that 5 minute still looks pretty good. That 5 minute looks pretty good, as well as that 3 minute time frame. 3 minute time frame doesn't look as good just because the volume is decreasing, but it's not super decreasing. I really want to start to see a bounce. I think we could start to see this thing move up to that 386 level. There's the push. We should start to see this push on up here. We should start to see it put CLEU over VWAP. Yeah, now over VWAP, which is what I like to see. This thing could still break higher. And looks like SPY is continuing to break lower. Not a huge fan of that. Let's see if the 5 minute gets any kind of pressure at this area. We should be seeing some buying pressure at this area. If not, I'm going to have to cut it. But we are seeing some pressure. We have 30 seconds left on this candle. Let's see if we can get a close back above 384.09. There's that close back above 30. There's that close. That's what I like to see. That's a beautiful close. Let's see this thing close. We have 20 seconds left. I'm going to look for this thing to squeeze up to 386. That's around 2 points away. Hopefully this will transition into the 5 minute. I like that volume on this candle. We have 3 seconds left. Let's see if this can start to get this buying pressure to push it back higher. Now we're starting to see some action. Let's see if we can get a break over that high. I think we could see this 5 minute really push on up into around 386. Break over that 200 SMA. Break over that 200 SMA. We're gonna see this thing retest those highs. There's the retest. Let's see this continue to squeeze. There's 260. Let's see it continue. We have 40 seconds left in this candle. We have a lot of room and a lot of volume that could step in. So I like that we are now increasing volume. I want to see us hold, and I want to see us squeeze higher. If not, I'm gonna cut it. If not, I'm going to cut this. We have 20 seconds left in this candle. Let's see what happens with the next candle, because I will most likely have to cut this if we don't pull up higher. This is the retest higher. I want to see that 5 minute continue to squeeze on over and continue to push higher. I like that volume. 4 seconds left in this close. I don't really want to buy. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna use this one that I have. The 15 minute now looks pretty good. The 5 minute is also looking good. We have around 5 minutes until that 15 minute candle is finished. I want to see this candle, a nice indecision, and then a nice squeeze up to the high of day at 385.30. Let's see if we can get that squeeze up to 385.30. And then over 385.30, we have room up to 386. That's what I'm looking for. Flip. I want this candle. If this candle flips bullish, we're gonna see a lot of buyers jump in there. It's flipping bullish. Let's see it squeeze over the high. Squeeze over the high. We have 15 seconds left on this candle. I want to see it squeeze. And now this candle really has to break on this candle. I don't want to see it break over 384.80 and then get rejected. If it does, then I'm going to have to cut it. But very light volume. I think we very well could see this 5 minute candle continue to rip on up, but at the moment it's not looking like it wants to. It's not looking like it wants to at all. We did break below this wick low. Let's see if that was just to build liquidity. It's lighter volume. We have 20 seconds left in this candle, and we are pulling back. You can see this 3 minute. Not liking that 3 minute at all, so I might just have to cut it here for a small loss. We'll see what happens on this candle. We should start to see this buying pressure start to take on. If they're here, they should start to take over. And there it is. Let's see that break over 381. Let's see that break over 81. There's that break. Let's see this thing squeeze. Let's see this thing move. I don't want to see it back below this area. If we do, we're most likely going to have to cut our loss. That's what I like to see. Let's see this momentum continue over 385. I want to see that volume continue to push in. See that times in sales continuing to run and continuing to move. I like that 15 minute now. That 15 minute looks very good. I mean, that 15 minute, if we really send, that's not what I wanted to see. I don't want to see that thing start to pull back. But I do like that volume. I do really like that volume. If we don't start to, if this candle gets immediately rejected, I'm gonna have to hop out. But I like it's kind of pausing at the top. Let's see it kind of, I don't want to see it really below this area. Now we're starting to flip bullish. Break over 385. Break over 385. Break over 385. I know you want to. It wanted to for a second. Wanted to for a second. I might just have to cut it. Yeah, I cut it there just because I thought it could go higher, but we had that false breakout over that high, which is something that I did not want to see. So I really had to cut it. If we continue to break lower, there was a nice double top. Let's see what happens with the SPY. How's Clue doing? Yeah, so I'm glad I cut there. Would have been back at break even. Should have cut it at the highs, but was thinking it could go higher. And we very well still continue to push. The flag looks good. And we'll see what happens. We're pushing right back up into this area. 68. Wow. We're immediately getting rejected. And that was just to scare me out, guys. That was really just to scare me out. Oh my god. So let's see a quick pullback, and then I'm gonna look to take the flag up to 386 for around 1.5 points. As soon as I get out, it starts to rip, which is okay. It's fine. I would get out there, seeing that pullback, seeing that bounce. Now we're seeing that volume, increasing volume to move higher. Let's see this. Let's see a nice quick dip, and then I'm gonna look to jump in. You know, 167. Let's see this thing start to squeeze. There's the squeeze. 167 was my entry. I'm not going to get filled at one. I got filled at one. Okay, that was a terrible fill. Got filled like 2-3 points below where it was supposed to be. So unfortunate. Was getting that squeeze, but on the 5 minute it doesn't look super good. Could have held it a little bit longer, but it looked like it was going to get rejected, and I did not want to hold this just because I was looking for a lower term scalp and not the higher time frame play. But we're still continuing to squeeze. Let's see what happens. I would like to see it stay above 384.78 or above 385. Watch the squeeze over the high a day. And if it gets rejected, I might immediately flip bearish. Because if we break below this trend line, I think we have room back down to come back and retest 383. So let's see if it gets rejected here. Looking like it's going to get rejected, so let's go ahead and find a put that we can use. Theta Delta 50. There it is, SPY yellow. So let's see. SHPH halted to the upside. SHPH halted to the upside. SHPH was halted to the upside at 10:32.24. We're going to be live at 10:37.24. So that's what I like to see. Not liking that. Let's see if we can actually crack this trend line to the downside. SHPH now halted to the downside. The Q's getting some action. Same with the SPY. But let's see if this can start to let's see, make some lows. So we actually have made some divergence on these options price as the theoretical options price is going lower, while the price is going higher. It's very slight, and it's not. I'm not using it as super. I'm not using that to enter or using that to trade. I'm just seeing how the theoretical option price works, just because I've seen some divergence here. Now, if we start seeing this call or these this wall not get taken out, we do have I do think we're going to see this crack VWAP and come on down to 383. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to see for that nice move over the high, and then I want to see it wash back down below. If that doesn't happen, then I'm going to look for the trend line bounce. I think we very well could see this back up at 380 and then possibly even 424. At 424, it was at 380, 350, which is, oh man, this thing's still making new highs. I was hoping for that, but again, I just did not want to wait. Got scared out. Trade all products. 36 would have been up around $50, which is fine. I'll take the loss. It wasn't even a loss. I made money on it, just not as much as I could have. Well, let's see this. Let's see this candle start. Let's see this candle get rejected, and we'll look to scale in here. Yeah, the market is telling us to stay out. So I mean, but I am going to look at SHPH. I like SHPH. Again, we're going to be live at 10:37:24, so around a minute. Now let's go ahead and identify drawing set some key levels here. Key level, we're sitting at right around $16, so I mean a key level would probably be this low at 23. And there's also this break above this. I mean, we could really see this thing start to absolutely rip on up. Key level would be 30 as well, and even 40. This could just be a dead cat bounce. You got to be careful of that. You don't want to see this move on up, or you don't want to see this get rejected immediately. I'm going to look for a nice washout or a nice halt strategy here. Give me 1 sec. I mean, we're going to be live in 20 seconds. AAOI is looking pretty good. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can get a nice entry for that squeeze up to $20. Very light volume, so you gotta be patient, and we should be live. We are live. We didn't gap up at all, so I'm going to just not do anything. There's the squeeze. Are we squeezing up into another halt? Looks like we are, but the orders aren't stacking. Now they're starting to stack. I'm gonna see if I can get in here. No, I couldn't. Couldn't get in for the halt. Halted again. Spiked up $1.60 a share. That would have been absolutely amazing. We're starting to see the SPY start to break and get a nice rejection candle, which is what I love to see. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That rejection off that high. And then I'm looking for some nice calls here. That 5 minutes is going to close in a minute and a half. Ideally, I want to see it close below 385.30. CLEU down below VWAP now at 217. Minute 3:19. Now let's go look at SHPH. SHPH at 18:11. I'll look, take around 30 shares. What's the SPY doing? The SPY's back above. Not a huge fan. Minute 3:19. Let's see it continue to drop. SHPH will be live at 10:42:46. See it start to get rejected. Candle doesn't look like it wants to get rejected, but we'll see what happens. Could be a double top. We could just continue to be pulling back. Jay, could you let Stella out? Thank you. Let's see this candle continue to pull back and then break these lows and continue to go and move lower. SHPH will be live at 10:42:46. So we have around a minute left. This will be live in around 40 seconds. SHPH. I want to see this continue to pull back. Starting to see that bounce. I like that doji candle to the highs. I do think we could break and come down to 384. 384 would be a very good area for this to actually pull back to. SHPH should be live here in around 5 seconds. Let's see what happens. We had a good amount of volume. Man, I missed the entry there. Don't really know what's going on with my halt level. So I missed the washout long at 18. Didn't really get a good entry. Wasn't able to. I'm gonna try to jump in for the halt on the next one if we do squeeze. Let's see a nice pull back to 18. And seeing that squeeze. Let's see if we're starting to stack. I'm looking to jump in. If I can get in. I just want 30 shares. That's all I need. Was not able to get in. There's the SPY pulling back down. Let's see it break and continue to pull back. I'll take it. I'll take that trade. I'll take $36 in the day. I'll call it a day. You know what? The market's slow. I'll take a nice $36 in the day. So probably could have made more, but I didn't really want to wait. Anyone's opinion or advice? So this may be a little rant. I'm so to the point I don't know what to do. I need help. 10 months ago, I was having gains on average per trade on a 1K account. In a short time frame, I had the account to 2K. Then 6 months ago, what happened? I've either given everything back, and now my account is under 300. Tried different approaches, set up scalping, holding, honoring plans. Never works, but out, and I don't know what I'm missing. I've taken time to disconnect for about a month and still come back. I need help, guys. All right, Hunter Davis. Oh yeah, this thing is continuing to move, but you know, I'll gladly take what I had, just because I did not want to see the bounce off the trend line. So thank you all so much for stopping in. I'll see you guys tomorrow or on Monday. Thank you all for stopping in. I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning. As always, trade safe, trade smart, and I'll see you guys Monday. Wait.